have this opportunity to speak at the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, not least because Konrad Adenauer was such a visionary statesman of his time, and I think should always be an inspiration to all of us in politics who are taking decisions that must stand the test of time and the test of history. There are moments in history that remind us that we are all part of something greater than ourselves. As I landed at Tegel Airport this morning, I thought of one such moment. 70 years ago, the people of this city were engaged in a daily struggle to keep West Berlin alive through Stalin's blockade. The skies above Berlin were filled with British and American aircraft laden with fuel, food and medicine, landing or taking off every 45 seconds, day and night. And for 11 months, pilots who had previously dropped bombs on Berlin mounted the greatest humanitarian airlift in history, delivering 2.3 million tons of supplies. And at first, Berlin didn't have enough runways to receive the inflow, so the people of Berlin built Tegel Airport with their own hands, taking only 90 days to construct what was then the longest runway in Europe. Our countries were just a few years away from a devastating war, and yet we were united. United by shared values, and united in opposition to those who sought to destroy them. The people of Berlin overcame their ordeal, transforming this city into what President Kennedy later called a defended island of freedom. Then, 30 years ago this year, Berlin ceased to be an island when the wall came down. As the crowd surged through the Brandenburg Gate in 1989, Berlin and its people reminded us never to take liberty for granted. Those events show that some values transcend individuals, transcend nations or transcend groups of nations, and indeed transcend Brexit as well, however absorbing or challenging that may seem. For whatever treaties or organisations our two countries may join or leave, our friendship is based on something infinitely more important and more durable. Britain and Germany cherish the same freedoms, defend the same values, respect the same fundamental laws, and face the same dangers. We are bound together not simply by institutions, but by the beliefs that inspired the creation of those institutions: democracy, openness, equality before the law, regardless of race, class, gender, or sexuality. Karl Popper, the Austrian-born philosopher, defined the distinctive quality of an open society with these words: "We ought to be proud that we do not have one idea, but many ideas, good ones and bad ones. That we do not have a single belief, not one religion, but many, good ones and bad ones. It is not the unity of an idea, but the diversity of our many ideas, of which the West may be proud, the pluralism of its ideas." More than anything else, Britain and Germany believe in pluralism as the best way of releasing the nobility of the human spirit. And there's nothing new about this. We shared these ideals in 1972 before Britain joined the European Economic Community, and we will continue to share them in 2019 when we leave the European Union. Our Prime Minister Theresa May has restated that Britain's commitment to the defence of Europe is immovable and unconditional. And I'm delighted that Germany has been elected to serve on the Security Council. Later today, Heiko Maas and I will discuss how our missions in New York can best cooperate on areas of common interest, including Libya and Darfur. So at a time when the global balance of wealth and power is changing with remarkable speed, perhaps faster than ever before, we mustn't allow Brexit to be all-consuming. And that means an orderly departure from the EU is of paramount importance. Of course, when you leave a club, you can't enjoy all its benefits.